Hello, everyone. I am coming to you from FinOps X in Austin, Texas. We've had a great event so far, and today we've got a lot of lightning talks, chalk talks, and keys to AWS optimization is going to be talking to different people from the community, and we're going to be asking questions about the experience they've had at this event, their best bits, what they've learned, and here's what we found out. Alex, how have you found the event?
So it has been fantastic. Obviously, not just because it's the first time we've been let out to a proper conference in about 2 years, but it's actually great to kind of see how the community's grown and also see kind of the new vendors and the new solutions coming to market, because there's a lot more than there used to be a couple of years ago.
Yes, yeah.
The best bit has been confirmation that I'm not as lost as I thought I was.
Okay.
It really seems that there's a lot of people are doing things a lot better than I am, or that my organization is, but also a lot of people are struggling with the same issues that we struggle.
And hopefully you can learn from the other people around who have gone through the same thing. Awesome.
The event's amazing. I wasn't sure what to expect when I came here, but first of all, it's a really inclusive community, which just makes everyone feel welcome, which I really just felt really good about.
Yeah. It's been absolutely awesome.
Good. That's a good summary.
Yeah, no, it's been, so one thing I'll say is it's been like sort of an extended family getting together.
And we were just talking about it last night, going how good yesterday was.
Yeah.
How the talks were very good. The people were doing. And the worst part of the whole thing was there was 2 or 3 talks on every hour or every 30 minutes. And you were like, I want to go to 2 of them.
Yeah.
They're all recorded, so I'll get them on.
That is one good thing about this. Everyone's recorded, which is good for a conference to have that amount of equipment, which is good.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty. I was a lot of surprised with this many people, this much excitement, and I think the passion that people have for FinOps generally, it's really great to see. I think definitely next year it will be 4 times the size.
Fingers crossed.
So it's really exciting to meet with so many people that are focused on the area that I care about,
Yeah. When you go to the big conferences and it's
you're
like
weird,
there's so many different tracks.
There's so many and you're like, you care about this? You're like, oh, you gotta go in this corner. It's cool to go to an event that's all about cloud cost optimization.
What do you think the biggest takeaway of the event has been?
That there is a lot of unregulated spend out there that people need to get to their spend almost before it starts.
Right.
And before it hits the bill, be proactive about it. Lots of tooling and automation. I was just in automation shop talk, and they're all looking at doing proactive versus reactive automation to keep their bills down.
I think the key takeaway for me is, one, just how many companies and customers are really trying to dig into FinOps and how it's become very, very core and central to a lot of businesses.
If we plan correctly and implement the best practices from day one, we'll save a lot of headache.
Yes.
And next year or 2 years from today.
Yes. Yeah. Start early.
Exactly.
It's interesting to see how similar the problems are across the organizations, regardless of size, industry, maturity. We're all sort of hitting the same pain point.
Yeah. It's very common there. That's a big challenge. And that's one of the best things about the community is that everyone can share knowledge, you can share experiences, because someone has either been through it or is about to go through it.
that people are starting to move from vendor tools or third-party tools to homegrown stuff, and are starting to create more data lakes.
Yeah.
Starting to use the cloud vendors tools themselves to get their data.
My takeaway so far is that forecasting still isn't necessarily solved. It's still hard, but we're actually starting to see some people, kind of a common discipline coming around this, around how we can get our product owners that are responsible for our engineering teams really being more accountable for the forecast, and how that can actually then be rolled up to give us our overall budget view and drive, fundamentally really to drive getting accurate commitments with our CSPs.
How deep everybody's knowledge goes, because it seems like you can reach out to another person and be like, hey, this is exactly how we solve this issue, and then they can offer a totally different way that actually still aligns and actually would have been a good approach to take at your company.
So from my perspective, I'm obviously mildly obsessed about sustainability. And I think I've said that word 25,000 times in the last 2 days. But so what I'm taking away is that
everyone's really actually concerned about it. I didn't expect to find so many people so enthused and wanting to focus on it and wanting to understand it, and a common level of utter confusion.
Join the community.
Sales pitch right there.
Yeah.
Love it. What is the biggest challenge of FinOps at the moment?
Execution.
Okay.
So I'm going to say this quite flippantly, it's really easy to find cloud waste.
Yes, that's true.
You can do that with your eyes shut, point at it, you'll find things that are oversized, over-provisioned, wasted, but it's getting the business to actually let you make the impact of the changes and impacting that higher up. So actually making for example, some organizations who are literally printing money for a living, you go to them and say, we can save you $3 million.
Yeah.
Some of them go, no.
I think it's getting developers on board and getting them to take, again, not copying from the keynote, but I think anyone you talk to about, it's all about, they can create all sort of reports, but getting someone to actually take an action, driving that behavior change through tooling or through culture, through education. I think that's definitely the next big thing.
I think it is still culture. And it was actually, what we talked about yesterday was, we were really trying to drive FinOps culture through to developers and everything else. We're starting to see a little bit of traction.
Yeah.
We have more to do, a lot more to do, but it is trying to get developers, which is always, it came back from the start of the FinOps survey as well, as getting the engineers to take action. I think that's always going to be the thing. But I think, and I know you saw Mark Butcher here, the sustainability stuff, that seems to be interesting a lot of them, and getting, so if we can tie FinOps and that together, I think that's going to engage developers more so than dollars.
In a word, buy-in, not only from the engineering world, but also from the managerial world.
Right, the stakeholders involved.
The stakeholdership.
The missing part or the challenging part of educating the engineers and educating the developers in a scale of these organizations, thousands of developers all worldwide. How do you make them take action?
I want to say getting devs to take action, but I'm going to say standardization.
For us, it's really maintaining a healthy cycle of FinOps. We think about it like rather than big initiatives that we're trying to get done, but it's something that we're continually keeping built into the way that we build our code and build our systems.
At the moment, I think data.
Of course, you'd say that. Ali's obsessed with data.
I think it is. I mean, data. You need data to tell the story. Everything needs to be backed by data.
I think the biggest challenge is people still don't know where their costs are. They're across different accounts. Sometimes they make an acquisition of another company, and it brings in all different costs, all different clouds.
Okay, right, last question. What is one word to summarize the event?
Unbelievable.
Passion,
Overwhelming.
Awesome.
Amazing. Community.
Inspiring.
FinOps education.
FinOps, fantastic.
Hot.
That is a good word. No, don't put it on. It's too loud. All right, first of all, hopefully everyone likes my bandana, that we think is a bandana that we got free in the bag. But we don't know. So, and then also we're just going to point out we've got very cool matching hats on that say FinOps we got yesterday, so twinsies. Oh, it's really dark now. All right, well, the natural light keeps coming and going, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh my gosh.
Just throwing that on there.
You didn't prep me with this question.
Because they will react to that.
Yeah.
They will react.
Developers love tickets. I used to love tickets. I still use tickets. If I ever tasked to do something, then...
Having spent a ton of years in support, I hate tickets.
Oh no, you're just like third by the ticket line.
Yeah.
I'm a big listener to the podcast. I loved it. The fact that it was weirdly good?
Oddly good.
Oddly good.
Yeah.
I saw they got a sticker for that and I was like, this is hilarious.
We got to get that sticker.
Tell me what you have for breakfast.
So I had breakfast tacos at Joe's.
Oh, is that the there?
No. Those are bagels. You're welcome to the bagels too.
Good. I'm definitely going to have a bagel then. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to find out more about FinOps X or FinOps in general, check out finops.org. And if you enjoy watching this and want to see more videos, look out for the keys to AWS optimization. We are on Twitch at 3:30 British time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time every week on Thursdays, and where you can come and learn a little bit more about optimization. See you then.